Well, let me tell you a little bit about my story with Ameriplan, what it's done for my family. But before I get started with my Ameriplan story, I need to go just about a year before I got started. I know we've got Steve Luxembourg. There's several people who have served missions here. I served a mission for my church. Had lived in Chile for 2 years. Came home, and I was excited to get, just to go to work. And I was looking forward to working with my dad. And when I got home, much to my surprise, he was down on his luck. He was not ready to go do anything. He just wanted out of the rat race. He didn't want to do anything, and so I was all right. I was just waiting for him to change. And so I was going to college, getting my degree, like a good young man, Mark Jarvis. And in the meantime, my dad took a job with a phone card company and was running his route, and I was living at home. He came home from his route, and one day, and I was home, and he said, "Well, Jeff, I need your credit card number. I need to be RSD by this weekend." All right, didn't know what that was, but sure, whatever. Oh, and by the way, he handed me a stack of paper and said, "By the way, learn this, we're doing a meeting on Thursday and you're going to give the presentation." I thought he was joking. Wednesday night when he came home, he asked me if I was ready. He had guests coming. So I started brushing up, I started reading the stuff. But anyway, we started going in Ameriplan, and we were having a good time. After about 3 months, between the two of us, we'd made about $10,000. He was excited. Ameriplan had gotten into him. It had changed his life, and it was beginning to change mine. I'd been in every deal he'd been in since I turned 18. Never made any money. But this one I'd made some money. He needed to be senior. He came back to me and said, "I need to be senior. You need to be RSD. Go get your 6 and 4." So I went and got my 6 and 4. 2 weeks later, he was a senior. So we're excited. But unfortunately, he was just there to show me and he was killed in a car accident. Which made it hard for me to do the business. I decided, I tried to keep going and keep the group going and keep the momentum moving forward, but I just couldn't do it. And pretty much 1 week turned into 1 month, 1 month turned into 1 year, 1 year turned into 2 years. But thankfully, never quit. My sponsor, I call him my sponsor because he is now. He's taken that role, and he deserves it. Once a month at least, he called me. Joe Blanton, he talked to you tonight, shared his story. Called me at least once a month just to see how I was doing, see if I was ready to get back in the game every month. So I don't know. I had every excuse. I don't know. Wasn't ready. Last year, called him up and I said, Joe, it's time for me to stop having a pity party like my dad used to say. Decided to go to work. At the time, didn't really have a warm market anymore. They'd already been in Ameriplan once. So I decided I had to look at some forms of marketing, and I found a conference call, the Daily Income System. Steve Luxembourg was doing live prospecting, and I listened to him do it, and I said, if he can do it, I can do it. There ain't no reason why I can't do this. So I just started asking questions. What do I got to do this? How do I get the leads? What do I got to do? So I went to work. Got serious, put 32 brokers on in 1 month. Needless to say, I was excited. Went to work. I've been working seriously about a year and a half. Looking forward to bringing my wife home this year. We've got, when I started working the business, we had just bought a house. Started working it again. My wife and I had just bought a house, and we were expecting our first child. Anyway, we've had our share of struggles since we've been going. But thankfully, because of the system, because of the support, I can work this business where I want, when I want, and how I want. Bringing my wife home this year. We're expecting another child this year. And I'm going to be able to move back home next to my mom and help her take care of my 16-year-old brother. Ameriplan is a phenomenal company. Grab hold of it. Don't ever let go of it. Thank you.